Hey Peaches, today we are taking a look at what your guides want you to know. Stack 1 is the deer, stack 2 is the badger, stack 3 is the little black cat. Their timestamp below. Here we go. Okay, stack 1, the deer. Alright, let's see what we have here. Okay, 8 of Wands, Empress reversed, Ace of Swords, and the Witch card. Let me get the camera straight. Okay. So this Ace of Swords is so cool with this Witch card because they're showing like crystal clear vision right now. You're able to see below the surface to find the real truth of a matter or the matter. The reason you need to see it is so that you can see through some kind of fast moving blur of energy. And I'm seeing the way like this, I don't know if you've ever had a conversation with a spectrum salesperson, but they just talk and like bewilder you with BS. So there is an energy trying really hard to confuse you into believing that you're not enough, that you are not sovereign, that you have no power. It's not like a person, but like a collective psychosis almost. They're telling you here to find the lie. It says, find the lie, find your freedom, they say. They're saying that you've been too busy putting out fires to see it, too rushed to tune in, and too rushed to nourish yourself in whatever way that means for you. In survival mode, you can be deceived. And you're appearing here like, in my mind, is as Neo, holding up his hand and stopping those bullets, metaphorically speaking. So you're not letting this aggression take your humanity. You are not conquered, not until you buy into all that is lost. You have your higher sight here, and you have your voice here. The Empress represents collective feminine energy of the planet, and see how they've tried to blind her and to unseat her and to convince her that she's nobody. So know who you are, know your worth, know your power, know thyself, as it says at Delphi. It's saying to become the eye of this storm of confusion and distraction. Okay, stack 2, the badger. Let's see what we have. The King of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, 10 of Cups, and, fairy dust. All right, let's see here. You're being depicted as the master of your material world here. You're down to earth and you're rooted in reality. And they're congratulating you on how well you have taken care of yourself and everything that they've given you and entrusted to you. But something's missing, isn't there? It's like for all your worldly knowledge and skill, why does the happiness that everyone else seems to have seem to be like behind glass? You know, they say money doesn't buy happiness, but up until a certain dollar amount, it does buy freedom from worry about survival. So you might be bumping up against that threshold now. It's time then to switch gears and to take a new approach. It's like that glass that you perceive, it only exists here in your mind. Just like your beliefs about reality, they shape your reality. But totally rehauling a belief system is overhauling a belief system. It's a pretty heavy lifting. So they're offering you something easier here, actually. They're just asking you to believe in magic. It's like you have everything you need in place to activate this next level of emotional abundance. Someone to share your gains with and people to share your joy with. Like in Peter Pan, they use pixie dust and belief to make an ordinary person fly. And by changing literally nothing in your environment, the ordinary becomes extraordinary when you give yourself over to wonder. The material world, it overlaps an unseen world, one that sparkles and shines with love and magic. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. And certain limiting beliefs just become nonsense all on their own. And they're saying here to look with your heart, not your eyes. for all the beauty that you've created in this world, a parallel beauty exists when you dive completely, unabashedly into the flow of the present. And you might be trying to enjoy your wealth from the lens of the past or the future, but when you look through the lens of now, it dances to life. You don't even have to move beyond this material world that you place your faith in. In fact, that's where the magic actually is, in the way sunbeams shine through leaves, in the hues of the sunrise, in the warmth of a hug, or the smell of your coffee, the fur of your pet tickling your nose. It's like your heart can see the fairy magic that imbues all of it. And that's more real than the smiling faces you see on the screen. Okay, that's what I have for you, stack 2, and I'll talk to you next week. Stack 3, the little black cat. There he is, she is. All right, what do you have? The Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, Emperor reversed, size 3X. Okay, let's get these things where I want them. Picky, I know. All right, so they're showing that you've been given a redwood seed, and you're trying to make it into a bonsai. So something in your life is trying to grow, and it wants to expand into its fullest potential. You might be having big feelings, big ideas. We're like expanding, growing bigger appetites for life. And they're saying, why are you trying to control it? They're acknowledging that your growth means that you will outgrow certain mindsets and beliefs. You could outgrow relationships or even places. And do you want to stunt your potential to stay within those old limits? They're inviting you to take your hands off of the trimmers and allow yourself the space that you need. And your ego might be trying to usurp authority over the process, only allowing consciousness to expand to the degree that it decides it can still dominate. And are you going to allow that? Or do you want to be open to all of the potential possibilities? They're saying it's time to repot your seedling into a bigger vessel. You didn't plant this just to be a sprout forever. You planted a mighty oak. So it's going to grow from that little cup that they give it to you in. You're going to put it into one of those little kind of cup-sized pots, and then it's going to be in a big pot, and eventually you're going to have to put it outside where it can reach for the sky. If you keep it in that little plastic cup, it's going to die. So, okay, lighter. When your cute, fluffy puppy becomes a glorious, full-grown husky or whatever it is, and it can't fit into his puppy bed anymore, he's not the problem. The bed is, so you get a new one. There's no second thought about it. So do yourself the same loving service. If you no longer fit somewhere, you are not the problem. It's time to upgrade. And that's what I have for you, Stack 3, and I will talk to you next week. Thank you.